What's the fastest you've ever regretted saying yes? My coworker Lily offered me $200 to bartend at her backyard wedding reception with one weird rule: don't serve any alcohol to her brother Walker no matter what. All she said was Walker was an alcoholic who got violent when he drank. She never mentioned that he'd once bitten a bartender in the neck for refusing to serve him deep enough that he needed stitches to save his life. I found that part out later. I said yes, and the reception was beautiful until Walker showed up during the toasts, already slightly buzzed from somewhere else. He came straight to the bar with this friendly smile and asked for a whiskey neat. When I said I couldn't serve him, his smile flickered but stayed in place. "Come on, man. It's my sister's wedding," he said. And when I apologized and said no, he laughed like we were sharing a joke, but I could see his jaw muscle twitching. 20 minutes later, he came back, this time with the maid of honor and two groomsmen, trying to use the wedding party as leverage. "This guy won't serve me at my own sister's wedding," he announced loudly, making everyone uncomfortable. When I still refused, the maid of honor offered to get the drink for him, but I had to say I couldn't serve anyone who was giving drinks to Walker. She looked confused, and Walker's face went red. "Are you seriously babysitting me at my sister's wedding?" he asked, loud enough that half the reception turned to look. By the time they cut the cake, Walker had tried 5 different approaches, each one angrier than the last. He offered to pay me $50 for one beer, then 100. He tried reaching behind the bar himself until I had to physically block him, all while the photographer was trying to take candid shots nearby. He told family members I was discriminating against him, that I was on a power trip, that I was ruining his sister's special day. Each rejection made him louder and more aggressive, and I started genuinely worrying about what would happen when the reception ended and I had to walk to my car. During the father-daughter dance, Walker grabbed a champagne flute from someone else's hand, and I had to step out from behind the bar to take it from him. We ended up in this humiliating tug-of-war over a glass while the DJ had to lower the music. "You're ruining her wedding," he screamed, spit flying from his mouth. "You're just some nobody my sister hired to humiliate me on her special day." When I finally got the champagne away from him, he shoved me hard enough that I knocked over a flower arrangement. Lily rushed over in her wedding dress, begging Walker to just leave, saying she'd call him tomorrow and they'd talk. The groom tried to calm him down, but Walker shoved him too, making everyone gasp. Walker looked around at all the wedding guests staring at him, at me standing there still holding his champagne, and his face went dark with rage. "This isn't over," he said, pointing at me. "You embarrassed me at my own sister's wedding. You made me look like a drunk in front of my whole family." He stormed out, knocking over chairs on his way. The reception got back to normal pretty quickly, with the DJ turning the music back up and Lily's friends trying to salvage the mood. Everyone kept telling me I'd handled it well, that Walker always tried to ruin family events, that he'd cool off by tomorrow. By 11, the older guests had left and the young people were dancing, and I was actually relaxing, thinking I'd earned the easiest $200 ever. Walker was probably at home sleeping it off, and I'd never have to see him again. I was packing up the bar supplies while the last guests danced to slow songs when we heard a car screech into the driveway. The music was loud, but not loud enough to cover the sound of someone kicking in the side gate. Everyone went quiet as Walker appeared at the edge of the tent, completely wasted now, swaying but somehow more focused than before. He was holding a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a tire iron in the other, his eyes bloodshot and locked on me. "Where's that bartender who thought he could embarrass me at my sister's wedding?" he slurred, taking a step forward as everyone backed away. Lily screamed, "Walker, no!" But he wasn't looking at her, just at me, tapping the tire iron against his palm as he smiled. Full